5, got the 1942 pouring in my cup. In the session real loud, good gas, yeah, you know we about to roll it up. Bring the bottles to the session, big tab, go ahead and just live it up. Get lit one night, after that, we can go ahead.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon E, and we here on 95 South Podcast. Once again, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to come on here and with my brother and have these great interviews, these great people on here. But first, just for the first time in the history of 95 South Podcast, we have a young lady on here. She's a college student. She's going to school for communications, and she wanted to come on as an intern to be, part of our brand. And so we allow her to come on here to be able to, to get herself integrated into the game, into the business. So, we brought her on, Maria Alice. You know what I'm saying? So we brought her on here today.
Mariah Alice,
I'm sorry. And so, without further ado, I got my man King Jacob in the building. It's a personality himself, Mr. AKA Scottie Pippen, you know what I'm saying, of the entertainment, because he's the most versatile joker in the game when it comes to getting stuff done. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Doc?
Hey, man, here, man, on this side of the dirt and blessed. And, I got 1,000,001 things going on, man. But I love what I do. And I love to see people happy. And I love to make moves like Nike shoes. As Michael Jordan said, call it Zoom. We up in here all the way live. And for those who don't know, I am known as King Jacob, aka Jacob Tunes, and also the young Barry White. So, that's me.
Yeah, no doubt. So, what I mean? We're going to introduce this man right here, man. And look, this man is a legend. A lot of people may not know he a legend in the game. He been rapping for over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? He done did songs with Yin Yang Twins. You know what I'm saying? He been out there with the Pastor Troys, the Mary J. Bliges, the Beyoncés. All, he got his own transportation business, salon. He got so much going on. And he, like, every year you could say he Pimp of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And, he just do what it do and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We got the one and only Natalac in the building. What's going on, fam?
Hey, man. Hey, man, just glad to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it, whether it's rapping, macking, trapping, or trucking. I'm going to turn nothing into something.
I know that's right. Well, Jacob, I'm going to let you get it started as usual. I just want to do the introduction this one time, but I know you normally do it, but I'm going to let you get started with the questions.
So, man, we have my man Natalac in the building. I've been listening to Natalac, man, for a long time, man. I can remember with me going up to HBCU Benedict College, and we're talking about maybe like 2001, 2002. I had some cousins that, played basketball up there, and it's like, come on up, man. And, they was talking about this cat, Natalac, and they was talking about TD the Don, and they was talking about Piezo, and they was talking about Collard Green and Mr. Flip, and they was talking about Lil Rue with the nasty song, but they was like, oh, but the OG gave all them a pass because he been doing it when they was Jits. So they was like, Natalac, man, they said, that he was a pimp by blood, not by relation. As big as y'all chase him, he replaced him. So, I said, man, this dude wavy because he in South Carolina one minute and the next minute he down there in Duval County. If anything know about anything about Duval, we living our best life. We ain't going back and forth. You know what I mean? So now, like, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, everything is good. As long as I'm walking on it instead of laying in it, that means the player is still on top of it.
I heard that. So, man, you've been in this music industry for a very long time, seen a lot of stuff. navigated, stood on top of it, then navigated some more. So what makes a person stay relevant that long, whether they mainstream, indie, or underground? What makes them stay relevant that long, where people are always excited to come to your shows, to see you, to vibe with you, then and just people just want to be around you, your presence, man. Like, so how did you stay relevant that long, man, from coming up on the indie, being featured in all these magazines, being on the charts, to rocking with Lil Chat, Project Pat, Juvenile, JD from, just to name a few, man. So how did you stay relevant for this long and still going?
Well, the first thing it is you got to have a general love for what you do. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? I've always diversified myself the way I have multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? So you can't hurt nobody that got paper in his pocket. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? And one of the secrets to my success is virtually staying in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? Doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of the pioneers of Pimp Hop. So when you was talking about the Piezos, the Little Rules, the Collard Greens, and the Mr. Flips and things like that in South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of these dudes when they were young. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a Florida resident, a Jacksonville, Florida resident. You know what I'm saying? And by me branching out from Jacksonville, Florida, you know what I'm saying, I started a business. I started a few businesses in South Carolina. I started my trucking company in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So I started adding to my multiple streams of income the way I couldn't be stopped, no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the game of hip hop, I'm the only artist that's ever, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, if I get a show in Chicago, then which I just did a show in Chicago, but I flew this time. Most of the time, you know what I'm saying, I paid myself to go wherever I wanted to go. So, like, every time I came to Columbia, I booked a load to Columbia, so I paid myself going there. I got paid on stage and paid myself to leave. So I turned my transportation company, Natalac Express, into a way to make money while I was making money to keep making money. And we're not talking about the property management. You know what I'm saying? I got a few houses, so I got like 10 houses, and I do that, and I've always kept it real. And for me to be able to be in all the trenches, like even trenches in Chicago, like I just left there 2 days ago. I flew out there with my mama, flew my mom out there, did a big show with Blue Magic, another old school group, and the Delphonics. And matter of fact, that was at Robert Money's birthday bash, and I did that downtown in the middle of Chicago. And everybody talks about how Chicago is this dangerous place, but shoot, I had I was being led by a fire truck, so an emergency vehicle leading a player full of a limo full of players like myself,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Money, and like I said, that group Blue Magic with the song Spell, and Delphonics talking about la 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 means I love you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Right.
affiliated, and I can go in it and everywhere, and I'm loved everywhere I go. And like I said, my secret to it is multiple streams of music and multiple streams of good people. I don't never meet a stranger. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, when we met during an award show, and my homie Benzino, who I also got music with, we came to that event. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm still making music. I drop an album every 2 to 3 years. I've kept myself current the whole time. Didn't matter whether it was the BET Uncut back in the day to now. Meaning, like, I never signed with nobody. I did it myself. I felt like if they could do it with a label or with being signed to this and that. I always looked at it as that I should be able to do it. I should be able to do this myself. I don't need nobody backing if I'm rapping, macking, trapping, and trucking. You know what I'm saying? I can turn nothing into something. So
Right,
here
right,
I am, 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Southern Plug Music Icon Awards, that where I got my 30-year Icon Award for music. And I was with my a old neighbor of mine, Mike of 95 South, you know what I'm saying, with the whoop, there it is, you know what I'm saying? So I've been
right,
surrounded by all these icons and doing stuff with everybody for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You talk to Lil Duval, he'll
right,
tell you I'm the big homie. I'm the OG. I mean, he started off in comedy, and the same thing goes for what's his name? Thrill the Player, aka Van Bryant. You know what I'm
right.
saying? That was Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll, we all from Duval. We all from Jacksonville, man. And I never created an op. I always looked at it as, hey, we brothers in the struggle. We doing our own thing. I don't, inflex myself on nobody. If the vibe ain't there, you know what I'm saying, I leave it be. You know what I'm saying? We might just do thing here, thing there. You know what I'm saying? My relationships with LeChat from 3-6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, I don't know, I like to talk too long because I want to give you an opportunity to ask me some questions versus me saying it. But
Hmm.
due to the fact that I got so many link-ins and get so much respect from people I work with and things like that, every feature I've done, you know what I'm saying, Project Pat, LeChat, whatever, if they on tour, that means I can book a load. I mean, like, I can pay myself to go to their show, open up in their show, do my song with them, and keep it moving. So I've always been able to get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? I got music with
Hmm.
Lil Root. I put you know what I'm saying? Like, I got music with Mr. Flip. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning, like, all these young guys from and this South Carolina. South Carolina, I'm the OG. Hey, I've always been there. I'm like, you know, part of the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right. And it's funny you say that, man, because I can remember meeting you back in the day at Mayfest when they used to have Mayfest in Eastover in the Columbia area all the time, man. And I can remember that it was a whole big thing. I was a real young fella then, man, and I was like, man, this dude get a lot of love. I was like, he from down. He's like, nah, he from Florida. He's like, but he just so connected. And he showed people so much love, and he kind of don't look down on the young people. He vibe with them and teach them something and give them some insight about the business. And so that's why everybody love you, man, because you give them insight about the business. So, but for you, man, what is the most prestigious thing that you would tell a young up and coming artist, man, um, about not just their craft, but about understanding the corporate structure of the hip hop industry?
When it comes to the corporate thing, meaning, like, all right, everybody done heard the loose terms of Illuminati. You sell off all your rights and all this other type of stuff, man. The one thing I can tell any young artist that don't want to be bought and paid for and led around by his Johnson, you know what I'm saying, the way they tell you what to do is the same thing my daddy told me. Hey, Sheldon, because it wasn't Natalac. My government name is Sheldon Martinez Davis. I'm not Mexican, but but
Well, you
but
crazy.
he told
Well, you got no sense. Oh man.
but he told me, don't quit your day job. Duh. Meaning, like, have multiple streams of income. Don't just jump out there and deal with hip hop and don't have no other forms of being able to feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't raise 2 kids with a name like stepdaddy. I don't raise so many other women kids. The Lord knows I done made some relationships with some women, and I mean, they still around. decades later. You know what I'm saying? This somebody's grandma now. You know what I'm saying? I'm granddaddy, Superman Pepe. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? And that's being
I know
real.
that's right. I know that's right, bro.
And I
You know what, man? He said, Superman Pappy. Listen, man. As long as you can keep inspiring to stay inspired, man, you have to do what you got to do, man. And the one thing I love about you now, like, is you ain't all serious, bro. You make music fun, man. You know what I mean? Like you got to have a level of expertise and greatness where you have fun doing something that you love to do. You know, that uplifts the passion for it. That embraces the level of when people can say, man, how does he have so much fun with the music and keep it calm and copacetic and he still get his money and he breathes this way and breathes that way and everybody love him, man, because let's be real. In this hip hop industry, everybody don't love everybody now.
yes, that's true. And and not to mention, man, I got a song with Minister McKell of the New Black Panther Party, the national spokesman of the New Black Panther Party, meaning the only black man in history that actually put a bounty on a white man for killing a black child, and that was George Zimmerman. Meaning, like, for months, George Zimmerman wasn't even being arrested until Minister Mikhail Muhammad actually put a bounty on George Zimmerman, saying, "Okay, y'all ain't put him on. Hey, he done killed a black child. We just gonna grab him and hold on to him till y'all side to do your job." That was the only reason why he got arrested at all. So I mean, I keep it positive too now. Meaning, like,
Right.
I love my people. I love my sisters. I mean, how you gonna have a dude that done been doing pimp hop music with pimping and this and that and all this other type of stuff, and still come out with songs like Stepdaddy, Superman Pappy, take care of your kids better than their daddy, respect me. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, I love my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love my brothers. And I know a lot of times, due to the fact the way we grew up, the way we experienced different things, that a lot of us is lacking in a lot of different areas. But I've always turned myself into that OG stepdaddy or dad or whatever you want to call me. Meaning, like, I was gonna be a beacon of peace, love, and tranquility to your world. You feel what I'm saying? And I apply it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I had really signed a contract like Pliers and Rick Ross or what have you, because, like, we met each other at the Ozone Awards and shit, but I never signed nobody's deal. So therefore, I have freedom to be able to go apply myself in
Hold on, bro.
community.
Hold on now. Stop the prep. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, Ozone magazine in the 90s, 2000s was one of the biggest magazines. It was leading behind The Source, behind XXL, behind Right On magazine. And so when y'all met at the Ozone Awards, man, this is heavy. You know, it was some heavy hitters there, because I can tell people when I met Plies when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, man. Plies was actually, I wasn't in Fort Lauderdale. I was in St. Petersburg then. You know, Plies had 5 dudes, 5 girls, street team, and they was going from the top of Florida to the bottom of Florida, promoting his mixtape with the hit single on there, "Who Hotter Than Me." You know what I mean? Featuring Trick Daddy. You know what I mean? Right. So you know, when you say the Ozone Awards, man, Icon and, you know, Miss Mariah, you know, as Buster said, as Old Dirt Dog said, me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Old Dirt Dog, no liar. You know. So, but you know, that Ozone, man, and that's what I think hip hop is missing. These publications that used to be so hot, man. You know, you like Ozone, you had Right On, you had XXL, you had The Source, man, and you had a few others, man, that you know, publicized the freshman of the year, you know, indie artists of the month and stuff like that. And you know, I'm into that journalism field as well, man. So journalism, PR, radio, all the above. So, man, I definitely would like to, bring, just a publication back, man, where we just show love to everybody, best artist of the year, best community activist of the year, best educator of the year, you know, best mental health counselor of the year. Like, give people their flowers while they're here, man. And so from what I'm hearing from you, you have done just that, man, and I can appreciate that. So right now though, I'm gonna turn it over to Icon, and I'm gonna do some listening because I didn't get enough talking.
Yeah. So man, yeah. The piggyback what you just said, Jacob, about the Orlando thing. I was living in Orlando at the time where Plies was hotter than fish grease. This was his mixtape days when he was getting 5Gs a show as an independent artist, and this was old. This was like '06, '07. It was unheard of around that time for an independent
Hmm.
artist to be getting that kind of money and they were just only known locally. You know what I mean? And so I started listening to him early, or whatever. Matter of fact, he shot his first video, Shorty, in a neighborhood right down the street from where I worked at, whatever. So I kind of seen him from the beginning, but getting the man Natalac, the one thing that I want people to understand is that yeah, you represent the pimp world, you represent the pimps, but the thing about it is that you shown people how to be a businessman, and it's almost like a drug dealer who says, I'm gonna end up going legal and use what I learned in the streets and apply it to business and into how to make money and how to prosper. So basically, what was it that you learned from being the pimping days? So how old were you when you got into that pimping world?
Well, really, it started when I was a child. Meaning, like, I'll give you a good example. My upbringing was not like every other story or what have you. I grew up with both parents. I grew up with a strong black father, and my dad kind of broke me into a lot of this. Meaning, like, as far as if you got a woman on your team, she need to be on your team. You know what I'm saying? She either gonna be a help me. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna lead it. You either gonna lead her or leave her. Nigga, it ain't gonna be no. I'm gonna be a simp or whatever like that because I have a direction that I'm going in. A lot of brothers don't have no direction. Therefore, they get caught up into certain situation with the female aspect, and she end up leading him to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, you gotta have a focal point of which way you're trying to do and what you're trying to do with your life, what you will accept and what you won't accept from the beginning. I mean, like, I give you a good example. When my parents started telling me, hey, we need you to, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying, you about to start washing dishes. I started dating women then. Right then, I would be bringing girls from school to come over and wash dishes, brother. I mean, this was something that was just kind of bred into me. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, shoot, I could wash dishes. I said, listen, if you want to be with me, you're going to be on this team. You know what I'm saying? I don't wash dishes. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do none of that. I mean, even my girl Tiffany walking around here right just now. I say, hey, make sure the studio clean when I come back over from my mama house. So the studio is spotless. You feel what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, it turns into a not so much of a pimping thing. It's more like a king like type of lifestyle. That's what I have. You know what I'm saying? I put myself first. I give myself a direction where I'm going in. I know what I'm gonna accept and what I ain't gonna accept. Don't ever feel like you get with somebody and she better than you. The first rule of life is self-preservation. So therefore, put yourself first. And if you are really a leader, you're gonna put yourself in a leadership role, and they either gonna get in or walk out. And don't be, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to be upset with nobody. If she's not the following type, she's not the one for me or one for you or whatever like that. If you really leading, if you leading, they're gonna follow you. If you know what I'm saying, it really comes back down to the basics of life, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, and I take my male role serious.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody finna lead me nowhere. All the women in my life You know what I'm saying? They're all business owners now. You know what I'm saying? Like my girl Denise that's up there in Carolina. Um, I remember we were talking, and she wasn't no hoe working on the track or none of that other shit. She was like, "How can I be someone to you?" You know what I'm saying? I said, "Well, the first thing you got to do is stay out of my pocket. I'll never trust a woman I got to put money in your pocket because I'm paying for a service now. So you're supposed to be obedient, all right? But what I will do is make an investment. So I invested, started got a building for her to be able to do her hair and things like that, and she's a business owner now. Got her own spot, do hair by herself. You know, she walk out the backyard of her house to another house in the back and do hair all day. She ain't got to go punch the clock for nobody. I got girls that used to dance and swing on the pole and stuff like that. I sent them out there to go get truck driver's license, CDLs. Matter of fact, Tiffany over there. Listen, I told her, I said, listen, no CDL, no Natalac. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to be able to bring money into this world that we doing, and I don't like broke hoes. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to put you in a position to where I can respect you, and you can look in the mirror and respect yourself. So we got to get to the bag. You feel what I'm
Hey,
saying? I love my sisters. I ain't with that slavery shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm too pro-black for that. But
so now, like, you know what, man? You know, you just remind me of this movie I watched back in the day called Bossing Up with the and with Snoop Dogg and the dude from Big Red from the Five Heartbeats, and you know, you, he said this is what he said to Snoop. He said, "Man, you showing." He's like, "You showing Diamond too much love," and he said, "Once them other hoes see that, they're gonna be falling out of favor with you." He said, "Man." He said, if you love your hoe more than you love your money, then your other hoe is gonna find them somebody else where they can have faith in. And
yeah, they're
so,
gonna need it.
what you just said, is you said I made an investment. I make sure that you can eat, you can be happy, and we all can make money together. So, it's a difference between somebody being in your pocket and you making an investment where you can get the return on your investment. That's called nothing but residual income. That's all.
Yep.
Multiple streams of income, my brother.
And see that's what makes you different from any other pimp. And what we know as a pimp is that you basically uplift and put the woman in the position of boss at the same time to say, because the thing about the world now is that I think the woman has taken on too much of the man's role, and it's kind of our fault. It's a lot of men, soft men out here that don't know how to be men, don't know how to be leaders. So we allow the woman to take on a role that she really should. She's not supposed to be in. You know what I mean? And whatever. And so your world is equipped to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm the leader, and and you follow, but I'm gonna still make you a boss, just like I'm a boss. But the one thing
Correct.
I asked you too is basically when you did the song about voter oppression. See, that's another thing that a pimp don't normally do. You did a song back in 1990 about voter oppression for the people. So tell me about this song and tell me about this movement on when it comes to that.
Okay. The Fire in Florida song was about the Florida disenfranchisement of the Florida votes, meaning like I take my community work very seriously, meaning like everybody. Well, I'm sure everybody on here old enough to remember Al Gore and George Bush when they were both running for president, and Florida was the state that changed everything because they were throwing out votes, throwing out black people votes and stuff. And I actually watched the presidential election where Florida was the determining state, and they said, well, Gore took Florida. I turned the TV off. I wake up in the morning, turn and look at the newspaper, because newspaper was popular then. That joker said Bush wins. So Bush became the first court-appointed president. So Florida, that song about Florida disenfranchisement of the Florida votes was serious. They threw out 75,000 votes in Jacksonville, Florida alone. That's my city. So with
Yeah,
that being said, how you
you know
gonna
that
lose? Huh?
Now that I tell people all the time, man. So the TV come back on and Bush wins, and then people like, oh, I didn't realize that Jeb Bush was his bro. What? Like, get out of here, bro. And if you know anything about the Bushes, from
Stay
Texas
out the
to
bushes.
Florida, from Texas to Florida, man, the connection is solid, and we talking about the oil trade, oil money. You know what I'm saying? Not only the oil money, we talking about agriculture money. We talking about stock money. And when you talking about oil money and agriculture money, then you can make some things shake when people close down and go sleep at night.
You're right. I say, hey man, how I'm gonna lose Florida and my brother is the governor of Florida? I'm gonna lose this. Hey, when you woke up, you were like, what the hell is happening? You know what I'm saying? And they talking about, well, we gonna count votes and all the other type of crap. Man, the fix was in. You know what I'm saying? And I listen, I got back my music, my brand, everything after I put out Fire in Florida. And the NAACP got involved and all this other type of crap. Listen, my music, I put it like this. I got banned in Florida, meaning like my money wasn't even no good. Meaning like I took like $3,000-4,000 down there to Comcast cable back in the day. It cost some other crap now, but you know what I'm saying? I had the commercial for Fire in Florida to advertise that as a song. And I paid the money. I sat down with Jack Potter from whatever Fox at the time. I think it was Fox. He looked at the commercial I put together. He said, "All right, cool." I swiped my credit card, boom, and I said, "All right, well, we good." And then he called me 2 days later and said, "Hey, Natalac, you can come get your commercial. We're not gonna add this." And I was like, I said, "I already paid you. We put the money back on your card." I'm like, what? I'm like, I got a product I'm trying to sell. But like I said, don't man these little retirees and stuff like that. It's more than just palm trees and great weather in Florida, brother. It's you got you listen. That's one of the reasons what made me start saying I'm a venture out of this Florida market, period. Because like after that song, I became like to a degree a target for black folk and for people that was oppressed. They loved me. For other people that was a part of this big machine, hey, bo, your money ain't no good here. So it like I said, but it still didn't change me. I don't allow situations to change me. The only thing it makes me do is make myself more knowledgeable, and I know that I'm making the right move for the right thing. That's why how I can be seen with Minister McKell of the New Black Panther Party, or Malik Zulu Shabazz, the head of the New Black Panther Party, or some of the Nubians United for Self-Defense and all this other type of stuff, and I'll be right there with my cup. Meaning like that last. What was that last big thing about Ahmaud Arbery getting killed in Brunswick, Georgia? That's 60 miles from Jacksonville, brother. If you check a lot of those news clippings and things like that, you'll see me right there in the background with this same cup right here. So meaning like I take my duty as a rapper and a community leader serious. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see that from Killer Mike. You're not going to see that from T.I. You're not going to see that from 50 Cent. You're not going to see them get involved with something that's pro-black, period. You're not finna see that. So don't even look for it. I'm one of them dudes that made his own living the way I can be myself and not be controlled by anyone. Not to mention, I'm a Marine. Meaning like I volunteered for the Marines in the middle of a war. So if you want to bring it, you can bring it. I'm downtown Chicago where everybody's supposed to be scared and all this. I'm in Chirac, brother. Hey, that's Natalac. We don't screw with him. You feel what I'm saying?
I can dig it. I can dig it. So now, like, we're gonna let the young queen come on, and I don't want to leave you out, sweetie. So, Queen Mariah from a woman's standpoint of view, is there anything you want to comment on, ask Natalac, or get some better insight on?
I definitely want to get some insight on because I know you've dealt with a lot of men. You said you love your sisters, so as far as the industry goes, who are the women that you helped and got in and got to work with? Are there any any sisters that you helped out that you can shout out?
Okay, what's your question, sweetheart?
What females have you worked with, like in the industry, that you can speak on?
As far as major or minor?
Look, they're all important. There is no.
Okay, well, yeah, of course I got music with LeChat. You know what I'm saying? Of 3-6 Mafia. We've been friends for the longest. She's been on my last 2 albums in a row. And I don't drop an album but every 2 to 3 years. Another young girl from out of the South Carolina area, New Money. Young sister out of Columbia and South Carolina area. I tied her in with one of my associates out of Arizona that actually pushed her in the West Coast area to where she could brandish her talent and things like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? Meaning like if you doing something, I'm gonna do something with you. Matter of fact, Nicole Marie, you might have heard of her. We got a song called Back It Up. Back it up, drop it, swing that ass like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's with CSV Music. You know what I'm saying? I actually brought her on stage with me to perform one of the 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like at the Icon Award, that's the 95 South Whoop There It Is. That's the East Side Boys. This is everybody getting 30-year awards, but I made a lane for us to do our song at the show in Augusta, Georgia. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning like, hey, and the song, the song is hot. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, whether you major or you meant or you just building your brand, because this is like her first album. But I do know, due to the fact that I do have some star power, and what I put together was, I said, listen, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna drop your album, right? And I'm gonna drop my album on the same date, and we're gonna put the same song on both. So therefore, you use the same IRSC code on the song to where my fans can follow it, and they're gonna build your brand as well. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning like I work with my sisters. I work at younger, older. You know what I'm saying? If we cool, we cool. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a nice video. DJ Prince Ice is actually the first DJ on the song. You know what I'm saying? We do in the video and things of that nature. So when it comes to my sisters, I do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like everybody's stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know the song Stepdaddy was gonna take on a vibe like that. I want to see you do good. You have never seen a major artist actually release a song, actually release an album on the same date as somebody else that's featured on the song on the same day, pushing the same song. Therefore, her streams picked up on Spotify. You feel what I'm saying? She charted and all that just because she's on the same record. Now, you get some artists to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the bigger artist. I'm gonna do this and do that. I said, nah, man, we're gonna put this song on both records. Therefore, it promotes itself. Therefore, I can bring you in the areas that you've never been in. Therefore, I can open doors that's never been open for you. And I'm not pimping her or whatever like that. Nah, she got her own brand, and she R&B, and I'm rap. So
and a damn good R&B singer.
And let me ask you this too. So basically, are you kind of like, sound like to me you kind of got that too short type of vibe about you. What I mean by that is that Too Short been around the game for 30, 40 something years himself, 30 something years,
Forever.
because he worked with any and everybody. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't discriminate, and he just bring his flavor to whatever you trying to do, and that's it. Like, he don't be like, oh well, they don't fit my lane because I'm over here and they over here. It's like, if you want me on the track, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We vibe, let's get it. So
Right.
Actually, man.
Ain't
Actually,
no
y'all
big
just-
eye little you. Ain't no big eye little you. I feel like, hey man, let's all, if we all shining at the same time, if we in the sky and we all shining, that's what makes the night beautiful. Because there's nothing but stars up there. You don't never
Right.
want to be the only star out there. That's not worth looking at. You know what I'm saying? I'm satisfied with what I've been able to do for myself. So therefore, when I do something with somebody else, I'm not in the rat race of trying to, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of a situation or whatever like that. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I like you. I'm doing it because, you know what I'm saying, I fuck with you to that. I don't know whether we can curse in here. I try not to. Sorry about that if I can't. But like I was saying, meaning I do things according to the respect that's there. You know what I'm saying? The love that's there. You can ask Nicole Marie right now about Natalac. She gonna say she loves Natalac. Period. You ask the chat right now if you ever say, hey, how you like working with Natalac? She gonna say, oh, I love him. You know what I'm saying? You know they got that Memphis talk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Shit. And I love her too. I share her stuff on my pages, you know, Twitter, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like it's like that.
Well, you got any more questions, Mariah? Because you know what I mean, I'm gonna let this man kind of shout out, you know, things he got coming up so we can get him up out of here. We can take enough of this man time of the night. So you got any other question, Mariah?
Well, you
Ask me
mentioned
some
a lot
hard
about.
ones.
Some hard ones.
Well, you
Yeah,
mentioned a
man.
lot about remaining true. So, what can you say to people coming up about staying true to yourself, or even people who are in industry and who aren't true to themselves? What can they do to remain true? Because you sound very pro-Black, and I love it. And
I
we need
loved
more.
it too. I love it too. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
So what advice would you give to people about being more true to themselves, or how to stay true to themselves?
The best way to be true to yourself is, one, to be true to yourself. Don't be somebody you're not. Don't follow nobody's cookie cutter trying to be like. Just be yourself. And at the end of the day, you're an artist. Never forget that you're an artist. And your job as an artist is to create your own shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't, like I said, and to stay true to yourself, just remember, 20, 30 years from now, whatever you've done is going to be just like a roadmap of your life. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's watching you. There are no big eyes, little you. Everybody is trying to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? I've met numerous people. I met, matter of fact, me and Big A from A-Freight Media, man, Soulja Boy used to come and perform open mics with us. Meaning, like, I've seen numerous artists blow up out of this world. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, be satisfied with whatever you do for yourself, because you did it for yourself, and you should be proud of yourself for what you've been able to do. Stay true to yourself, and you'll always be able to live with the fact of what you've done. Don't ever fake it. You don't have to fake it to make it. Man, I put it like this. I know millionaires that's broke. I know people I've been at video shoots with people that say, hey, Natalac, come through the video shoot. I come through the video shoot. They got Maybachs, Bentleys, Mercedes, whatever type of cars in the shit. And the dude ain't got no damn driver's license, and he asking me for a ride home after the shit over with. Don't fake it. Because now you got to try to do something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, hey, you throwing money at the screen and all that, and you still in the hood, and you over there with your mama, and then you get robbed. or they done shot you behind because they done found out, nigga, you broke. Nigga, you don't cap. Just
What you said, Nana? You said you a millionaire and you broke. Lord have mercy.
bruh,
Didn't catch
some
that.
of them, listen,
You broke.
I'm a millionaire, but you broke. And what I mean by you a millionaire and you broke, brother.
Wow.
We get
Hey,
it. We old school. We OG. We get it. Well,
listen, if you make, I'll put it to you this way. If you make $4,000 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to spend $3,999 a month to look like how you want to look, you need to stop faking the funk. Hey, you make enough to live on. Downplay that shit, player. Don't just throw away everything. You know what I'm saying? You under pressure now. You $1 from being in the soup kitchen. You $1 from being evicted. And you don't have to live that way. Hey, I'm so serious. Stop.
I know you keeping it real. I know, keeping it real.
Stop going down there to get a Mercedes Benz when you know you need a Chevrolet. Don't do it. You making money, man. You got to put that cushion in there. Meaning, like, if I say, hey, for a woman to be able to say, you know what, I got me a good man. He work hard, this and that, blah blah blah, and she gonna be a homebody. If you budget your money, if you act your wage, you won't be under all that pressure and stress. Stop stop throwing money. I mean, like, bruh, it ain't even no reason for that. And I know people that make over $1 million a year and they broke. I'll be like, damn, cuzzo, after you pay $400-something thousand, because you gonna be paying 50% in taxes. After you pay $400,000-something in taxes, and which leaves you with a balance of what, 550,000 or something like that. Why are you still spending $550,000 a year? What's wrong with you?
Man, Natalac, that's crazy. But what's even crazier, this is what I want to know, Natalac. I'm older. You know, I ain't no old man, but I'm older. But I ask my little cousins this all the time. I said, man, y'all would rather get the weeds before you get nourishment into your body. And then you go to your grandmama's house and eat up everything in damn sight. And I said, man, like, these young people act like if they don't smoke weed nowadays, that it's the end of the world. Like, man, I have never seen somebody who act like they can't function without marijuana, man. It makes no sense, man.
None. It's not food. It's not water. It's not shelter, and it's not clothes. The food, clothing, and shelter is first. I get. You know what? I'm gonna just put this truth out here. I told you I'm a property manager, so that means I rent houses. I got a few. I got a few houses that I rent and this and that. Listen, I have literally evicted people for not being able to pay their rent. And let me tell you something. In Jacksonville, Florida, the average rent is $1,750 a month. So it's high. This is a major city. I don't have no tenant paying more than $1,000 nowhere. And the lowest person is staying in a house for $600, $600 to $1,000. Meaning, like, I just keep it regular so you can live your life, have money left over. I don't need your damn money. Anytime I need money, I can fire up my truck and take a load and make $2-3 grand and come back here. So, long story short, as long as I'm healthy, I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna be broke. Never. So I'm not pushing people to pay this to keep up a lifestyle. All my girls got back paper, and live comfortable. Do what they want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, once you learn how to put that cushion around you and keep the bullshit off, you know what I'm saying? your whole world gonna change. Your lifestyle gonna change. The way you feel about life gonna change. The way you feel about yourself is gonna change. You ain't gonna never put yourself in a position the way you catching hell every week.
And you said something. You said something at the very beginning of the interview, and I hope the young artists, especially and entertainers, listen to this. When you said your daddy told you not to don't never quit your job, and the young people think, oh, okay, I'm gonna just go straight into this entertainment, this music business, and then what happens is when it come time to get a contract or look at a contract, they become slave to the contract because all of a sudden they don't have
to take it.
They're desperate. So you kept that source of income coming in, so you never had to be the slave to the industry of signing some bogus contract because you understood that. Young people nowadays, they don't understand that. They think somebody's supposed to give them something, and a lot of them call themselves bosses and don't have two pennies to rub together. So you can't call yourself a boss if you're not making your own money. If you have
they don't understand. They don't understand shit.
Yeah, they don't understand what being a boss. A boss is not because I got an independent label or because I say I got a company, I'm a boss. That's not what a boss is. A boss makes decisions and a boss makes money. You know what I'm saying? That's what a boss does.
How can you be a boss?
Looks out for his employees.
Exactly.
Right. And how can you be a boss and you don't know how to work your LLC and work your EIN? What I mean by work it, I don't mean just register. I don't mean just get it. I mean work it. You take your once you register the LLC, man, then you have something that you call the Department of Chamber of Commerce in your local city. So there's money that you can get from the city and the county, and they show you how to really register their business with the SBA, the Small Business Administration, because there are tons of money. It's tons of money that business owners get through them. It like you may start off getting a business grant for 5Gs, but you may get multiple grants for 5Gs in less than 90 days. You know what I mean? Like, but you're a boss. And so if you're a boss and you're doing something of constructive, creation, so you get the LLC, you get you a nonprofit, and so you put the the nonprofit up under LLC, you get the sole proprietorship with another business, and then you put all that into a trust, and that puts you on a whole different level. And your banker, you don't have to contact them; they're gonna contact you.
Thank you. And I want to say this for anybody that's listening: if you a man, or should I say, if you are an adult and you can understand what I'm trying to tell you, I want you to understand something. That woman that's hard-headed to you, that woman that's talking all that shit and all that other stuff, you know why she talking all that shit? Because you squander your wealth. Meaning, like, let me tell you something. The women I just named, they ain't gonna be at the gas station fighting each other about shit. The women that's in my life, they ain't gonna be fighting about a damn thing. You know what they gonna say? My life is fucking great. I feel I got a cushion out of this world. I can pick up the phone at any given time and say, Daddy, I need. And I've invested, and I know he ain't broke. He ain't trying to run no game to try to use me. Listen, when I put it like this, you can have 5 women in your house, and none of them be arguing if they living good enough. And I'll be honest with you. Listen, because the first rule of life is self-preservation. If she living good, I ain't finna get off this boat. Hell no. You feel what I'm saying? It's only when the pressure is there. Pressure every day. Oh man, what we got to do this, we got to do that. How we gonna do that? And you spending money on this bitch and you broke, nigga. I can't believe you. She should whoop your ass. I would whoop your ass too. You feel what I'm saying? How you gonna spend money on a bitch? Motherfucker, we need groceries, nigga. And you did what? Yeah, she got an attitude.
Your son even got no baby wipes. or no formula or no Gerber, but you spending money on the next chick. Man, get your ass out that door right now.
Listen, I got a daughter, right? She grown. She just went down there to Miami and shit. You know, putting her middle finger up and shaking her ass. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, she said, Dad, are you? I said, listen, sweetheart, your daddy loves you. And I named her Shirley after my mama. I named my daughter Shirley after my mama and my son Sheldon after me. I said, listen here, sweetheart, you want to make your daddy happy? Live your own life. Ain't no bunk beds and caskets. In other words, I want you to enjoy your life. Your dad got your back regardless, okay? Live while you can live, all right? Do it safely. Be careful. Always get you a designated driver if you're going to get drunk, you know, the way you ain't pissing on your panties and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to live, how you want to live, you know what I'm saying? Do that shit, but there's a way to do it. Meaning like when I wanted to get toe down, pissy drunk, I don't do that shit no more. But even when I did do that shit, I made sure that the girl was driving the van. I said, all right, bitch, now you know you can't drink tonight. So you the designated driver. Everybody else, we gonna get fucked up. You just make sure we all get home. So I guess what I want people to understand that you can enjoy life if you just make you a support system.
Yeah, man, be responsible.
You don't plan to fail, you fail to plan. You feel what I'm saying? If I know I'm finna get toe down drunk and do whatever, set up orgies or whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put me a support system in place. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of my girls was like, well, you know, Daddy, I don't, you know, whatever. I forget how she put it, but she was like, you know, she was complaining about, you know, Daddy, you know you don't eat no pussy. I said, well, you can get somebody to eat the shit. Go ahead. I'm not gonna be mad with you. Listen, you got one life, baby. And frankly, you've been real with me. I'm gonna be real with you. Go ahead. Live your life the way you want to live it. Listen, we good. You see what I'm saying? I'm not finna restrict you at all. The best thing about being with me is I'm not finna put you in a box the way you can't enjoy yourself. Listen, you got one time to live this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I buried my dad in 21, I buried my grandmama in 22. All I got left is my mama. So quite naturally, when I went to Robert Money's birthday bash award show with all the pimps and players and all these big rolling money makers, I brought my mama. You'll see her. Matter of fact, you go to my Facebook page, you'll see my mama right here on my arm. I took my mama there. Now, my mama is a God-fearing woman. Been in the church all her life. But she still knows her son is going to protect her with his life. So she was like, all right, let's go. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whatever you want to do in life, you can do it. Just plan around it. Make it make sense. Don't overdo it. Don't be trying to show off for putting yourself in a financial bind to where something go wrong. I say, all right, Shirley, let me know when you're going. You all right? Okay. I say, okay, well, let me put these $4,000 over here just in case I got to put that up for a bond hearing and a property or to a house or something. You feel what I'm saying? I'm planning for whatever she does already.
Right.
This is what makes life easier. Life becomes easy when you make it easy. If you know how much money you make and if you pay your rent, light bill, grocery bill, car insurance, phone bill, if you pay all your bills first before you start splurging, you'll learn about what comfortable is. You'll learn. Right. Pay your damn bills first. Pay your landlord first. You need a place to stay. You feel what I'm saying? Your groceries, your ice cream that's in the freezer need to stay on. Pay your light bill.
That's right.
You feel me? Do
man.
this. Start off with the minimum. Don't overstep it. Don't overthink it either. Pay what's necessary first. Save for whatever you're saving for. And then you go out and live your life and so forth like that. You got to be able to put yourself in a safe place. Protect yourself.
That's
When I crank up my rig and pull a load, my truck paid for, trailer paid for. Meaning like all I got to do is pay for the damn diesel fuel and the truck insurance. So wherever I go, all right, I made money going out there. Man, I'm ready to go back. Man, and it's over. I done went out there, made the money, and came right back. Now you tell me what woman finna leave me? None of them. Ain't nobody finna leave. I done try. Listen, matter of fact, Tiffany, I let her ring my goddamn phone for 2 years, and I didn't pick up the goddamn phone because she told me no once. Okay?
Damn.
She ain't going nowhere. Denise, same thing. See, I already know what I'm worth. I already know what time it is. When you get somebody that's stable, that got the right mindset, I say, listen, if you don't, hey, we good. You got 2 choices with me, leave or stay. Anything other than that, I'm finna lead it because my way works, and I don't know about your shit. Because if you showing up with problems and all this other type of shit, I mean, undoubtedly your way don't work. Mine does. So you either get in, sit down, buckle up, and shut up, and let's roll, and we can live, or unbuckle, open the door, goodbye, nice meeting you, so I don't want to see you no more. You on punishment. No more Natalac for you.
Hey, listen, brother. I appreciate you coming on. Just let the folk, man, know what you got coming up, man. If you got any project, music, anything coming up, I appreciate your time. You done dropped the hella jewels on here tonight, and I appreciate your time, brother.
Hey, man, hey, I'm glad to be here, brother. I'm enjoying life every day. Period.
That's what's up.
Here's what I got going on. I just had my yeah. My young pimp protege, Mr. Smith, aka Boss Money, got his album release party in Columbia on May the 13th.
That's my cousin, man.
Okay, well, I love your cousin. Your cousin been with me for a decade too.
I know that. I know that. I've been watching y'all.
Okay. Hey, see what type of connections there are? This is what I mean. I done connected myself with so many different people, and they've all been good people. He got his album release party, and of course, he got a feature with Natalac. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he done been on my last 3 albums. He on the song with Benzino. Yeah, he on the song with Benzino, to Respect My Pimpin', the Rates.
Run and tell that. Run and tell that.
Bro, all right, then. With Benzino. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning, man, listen, when you got your game together, man, and you know what direction you going in, life don't seem like no trick no more. It becomes real easy. I'm serious. But yeah, I got that going on. That's my next show. Meaning like everything that I do as far as my shows and things of that nature, you'll see them on Spotify, meaning like Pandora and all that other stuff. Whenever I do a show, all that shit is out there. But that's my next performance. My next performance is with Mr. Smith, aka Boss Money, pushing his TLE TLE Entrepreneur Deluxe.
Thug Love Entertainment. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now listen, you ask Mr. Smith about the OG Natalac. He gonna say, man, I love my OG. That's family.
No
you
doubt.
feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Hey, man, and see, this is like a family organization about everything that I'm involved in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just great. And I'm just telling you that's my next show. But I'm working on my 13th album now. But you know what I'm saying? Project Youngins on it. Beta Weeda is on it. And these are some of the West Coast guys, one from Florida, this and that. I got some with Young LA, and a bunch of other people, man. And of course I'm bringing the chat back because listen, I love my ratchet misses. All them women that be fighting in the gas station and shit, talking about snatching wigs off, I love them too. Okay. So, you know, that's just the way I roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Now, I
bro,
ain't gonna let you shoot nobody because I don't want you in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? If once it gets, hey, all right, listen, if blood has been shown, break the fight up, all right?
yeah,
So
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be, I'm gonna be with no camera shit trying to take pictures and video.
well,
After,
I'm
hey,
gonna
listen,
see some music, Natalac, because I got some. Me and Jacob got some artists that we working with now. Some young, hungry artists. I want you to listen to them and let you know, you know, give us your thoughts on it, and you know, maybe we could you know, work together with them. You know what I'm saying, and do some tracks or something. You know what I mean?
hey, listen, we cool in the gang with the whistle. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you know who cool in the gang is, right?
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. Hey, brother.
We about
All
the
I can say
same.
is,
I see. We about the same age. Believe it or not, all of us but the same age. You know?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. Listen, I got a lot of stuff going on, period, but I'm just enjoying life to the fullest, man. I mean, I've done so much. It's like insane. A lot of I got matter of fact, Too Short dropped a mixtape with Coast to Coast mixtape. Me, Nipsey Hussle, E40, and a bunch of other West Coast niggas is on that shit. Meaning like I'm all over this fucking country. I'm all over this crap. You know what I'm saying? And it all comes from what we doing right now.
Networking.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Networking.
yeah.
Networking, baby.
That's what it
You
going
know.
down to. Well,
word. Matter of fact, was you at the Icon Award? I had me and Mr. Smith performed out there. Out of the 3 songs I did, I brought Nicole Marie on one song, Mr. Smith on one song, and I cut the song. I cut my show off with Stepdaddy Superman Pat. That's how I
Right
did
now,
it.
I didn't make it to the Icon Award, but I'll definitely be there May 13th for sure.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I
Me
mean.
and Icon to be there.
Okay. Hey, love it. Hey, brother, we got to get a snapshot. But like I said, you think about that. I got a 30-year career, and instead of me doing 3 songs of my own, and I got 12 albums working on 13, I choose a song with Nicole Marie, a song with Mr. Smith, and I close it out with Stepdaddy. If I were gonna do anything, I could have been doing all my hits and all kinds of stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I still gave a platform to Mr. Smith and Nicole Marie. Brother,
Right.
that's what I mean about being comfortable.
Showing
Once you
love.
get comfortable, hey, brother, I ain't in no rat race. You feel what I'm saying? If you property managing for 10 houses, how you gonna be homeless?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, brother, I appreciate you coming on, and you know we're gonna keep following you and keep rocking with you, man, or whatever, and you just keep doing what you're doing, and I know you are, or whatever. So I appreciate you. God bless you for coming on here tonight, man, and we just gonna keep going. And everybody have a blessed and wonderful night. It's your boy Icon E. I got my man King Jacob, and I got our newfound protege, Mariah. You know, Alice in the building. You did a great job tonight, Queen.
Thank you.
And we're gonna keep this thing
Salute,
going.
Queen.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, peace.
We got the good vibe, got the 1942 pouring in my cup.